my, oh my, oh my God. Let's get to it. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah. You already know what it is, man. This is the Areola Rollercoaster Podcast. Episode 53. Hey. You already know how we do. And check it out. I want to thank everybody for tuning in right now, man, from wherever you tuning in from. You know what I'm saying? We agree get it started, man. Shout out to everybody, man, that's tuning in from YouTube. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in from Facebook. Shout out to everybody out there on Twitch. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody on MySpace. If you on Black Planet, I appreciate you tuning in tonight. You know what I'm saying? This is episode 53, man. You know what I mean? Definitely episode 53. Not only is this episode 53, we're going to throw some round of applause in there, man. We're going to throw some round of applause in there, man, because episode 53 is the birthday cast. Hey.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is the birthday cast, man. Today's not my birthday, but my birthday is coming up. This Sunday, this weekend, man, is my birthday. Not only is it my birthday, but it's my oldest son's birthday too, man. We both got the same birthday, man. So, you know, we coming up on that one, man. You know what I mean? Why not? You know what time it is. Time for the podcast. It's time to handle biz. It's Young Steezy, freestyle. You know what it is. I said that before, but look, I just said it again. Hey, look, I'm really about this grind, about this money. I'm really about doing my thing, man. It ain't funny. Even though I'm really funny because I'm a comedian. I'm just trying to do my thing every time you see me, man. It's like, what they talking about? They don't know I rap, but I really do this. It's not a fact. It's just perhaps like you might be tripping. Those might be slipping. My birthday's coming up, man, and I might be gripping the microphone. Know what I'm talking about? I'm just in my zone. You know how I be, man. Kentucky is what I call my home. We ready to do it. 53, it's just a movement like, yeah, I'm ready for the episode. We next to blow, we next to go, man. I'm next to show people what it's about when we come from Kentucky. They know what's up, man. We straight start busting any avenue we in, whether it's jokes or the rap or the singing, whatever it is. You know we gonna do that to the highest capacity. Know what I'm talking about? It's like I got two guns waving them in the air like Butch Cassidy. You feel me? Hey, man, I'm gonna stop playing with y'all, man. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. We in the building tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Starks. This is episode 53 of the Areola Rollercoaster Podcast, man. I'm feeling real good right now. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. Yeah, I started a little bit early because, you know, when you on your own type of time, you can just do what you want to do. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's all good, man. Shout out to everybody that's checking out everything, man. Wherever you looking from, man. Shout out to the people out there in YouTube. Shout out to the people out there in Twitch land. You know what I mean? Shout out to the people on Facebook. Shout out to the people watching on Twitter. You know what I mean? Wherever you at, man, I appreciate you checking this out. You know what I mean? Because we making it do what it do-ski, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody, man. Let me get into these comments before we get started. Carlos Duncan, what up, though? What up, though? Yeah, man, I'm excited, man, because, you know, Sunday is my birthday, man. And not only is it my birthday, but my oldest son, it's his birthday too, man. You know, and we've shared birthdays literally all of his life, you know. So it's always fun because I don't never plan birthday activities for myself. I asked, what are we going to do? And now that he's an adult, it's kind of like, what you want to get into, man? You know what I'm saying? You know, for life, I'm partying with my boy. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a beautiful thing. But it's also funny too, man, because, you know, I turned 42 this year. He turns 22. I turned 42. And when you really think about it, men don't never say nothing. But, you know, our birthdays don't never naturally be celebrated tough like that. You know what I'm saying? Our birthdays be cool, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, our stuff don't get celebrated tough like that. Like, you know, we don't be getting a whole lot of. You got to do something for yourself to make your birthday really worthwhile, because you got to be fake happy that you got some socks. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That you got some socks from Ross. You know, Ross is the father gift capital. You know what I'm saying? Oh, a $30 suitcase. I didn't even say I was going nowhere, but all right. You got me, you got me a $30 suitcase and a shake weight. Thanks. Like, yeah, you still got the price sticker on it. You know what I mean? But you know, it's all good, man. I'm gonna enjoy it for what it is, man, because you know, life has came a long way, man. You know what I'm saying? Life has came a long way. Turning 42, I still remember when I turned 40. You did. When I was 40, things was upside down, man. Nobody ever knew, I don't never talk about nothing like that, but things was upside down for your boy. You understand what I'm saying? So it was just now starting to turn the corner, you know what I mean? So these last 2 years, man, that I've made the most of it, and I've prospered in crazy ways since then. So it's a beautiful thing. And I think I'm celebrating that more so than my birthday, you know what I mean? Because it's just like this is the anniversary of the change, you know what I mean? So shout out to that, you know what I mean? Shout out to myself, you know what I mean? It's pretty cool. My dog, DJ Always in the building. Shout out to my guy DJ Always, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Woodford Jones, you know what I'm saying? What up, though, Woody? Yeah, he said basically y'all grew up together. Nah, for sure. We've absolutely grown up together, man. And I still remember vividly times where I've turned up in Chuck E. Cheese and the employees was looking at me like I needed to calm down and would tell me to chill out, until I literally told them, like, yo, this is my birthday too. Plus I paid for this. So I'm going to get my money's worth in Chuck E. Cheese. I'm not going to go to Chuck E. Cheese and then spend some money somewhere else and just to satisfy my party needs. Nah, bro. Let me have fun. Just I'm going to dance with the robots too, nigga. Fuck you, Tom. I'm going to dance with the robots too. Hey, you mean? Bro, I can't tell you how many times I've been in childish environments turning up. We at kids' place. I'm at the top of the jungle gym obstacle course, tumbling down. I don't care. It's my birthday. What are you talking about? Give me a hat. You know what I mean? What's up? What's up, Joy Berry? What up, though? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Carlos said, I share a birthday with the dude who took my chick. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Every birthday is a reminder. That's painful. You just got to celebrate your birthday the day before or the day after, bro. You can't even celebrate on your birthday no more. Because she's buying him gifts on your birthday. You can play it off, but that's pain. Every birthday, your voice is wiggly. You know what I'm saying? Every birthday, your voice is wiggly. You hear me? Happy birthday. I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything's smooth, man. I'm just glad to see another year of life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Hey, man, but it's a beautiful thing, man. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful, beautiful thing, man. Uh, Mr. 504 Rob, hey, you can go on and leave now. Honestly, I'll be honest with you. You can go and leave now. I ain't got none of that in the cards, but if I feel like it, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? You could be out as we speak. You know what I mean? But it's all good. Shout out to my guy Demond Cherry, man. Steve Johnson, what up, though? Yeah, man. It's a shout out to my boy. Shout out to my boy. You know what I'm saying? He's my oldest son is actually going to get his master's. He's graduated college and he's going this year to get his master's. So he switched schools. He was going to Campbellsville. Now he's going to Kentucky State University, man. So he's getting a year of that HBCU life, you know what I mean? Oh, wow, you know what I mean? Celebrating a birthday and all that. So shout out to my boy, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy.
Oh my God.
Deidre said the first thing she heard is, oh, I'm going to get my money at Chuck E. Cheese. Hey, I did get my money's worth for Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese, Kids Place, Gaddy Town. Hell, you talking about? I need all my tokens and tickets and all that. I'm getting on a carousel. This is my birthday. Bumper cars, you name it. I was on it. I've done it. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's cool, man. You know what I mean? It's pretty fly to like have that unique thing going on where you share a birthday, with your son and whatnot, man. So, it's cool. It's definitely cool, man. But shout out to my dude, Anthony Edwards, man. Andy Edwards, man, has just been on a tear, man, since they came back from the Olympics with the gold, man. And my boy had a cold freestyle in the whip, man. And I'm like, man, it's just perfect for the podcast. So we gotta listen to my boy Andy Edwards. It was actually pretty fresh, man. I gotta give it to him. Check it out.
Back with my gold medal. Back with my gold fellas. Me and my nigga, we like the Rockefellers. No Jay-Z. Don't forget to pay me. I think the last 2 games, I was ballin' like Curry. Yeah, I'm ballin' like Brun. All of these fucking my son.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm shooting like Book. Yeah. Damn it, she looked and she took. Ooh. I just might dodge it like Bam. What Dr. Seuss say? He won't hit green as in ham. I just might block like AD. They my twin, I call her AE.
Hey.
I just might ball like 3-5. Nigga, it's a hell of a life. I just might play D like Drew. And nigga, yeah, who is you?
Hey, shout out to Andy Edwards, man. They was riding in the whip. He was just freestyling. That was cold. I gotta give it to him. That was cold. Shout out to that boy Andy Edwards, man. You know what I mean? Carlos Duncan. Yeah, I know. You know I'm hip, man. You know I'm already hip, man. Shout out to my guy Flamaholics, man. If y'all ain't following Flamaholics on Instagram, I advise you to do so, man. One of the coldest roasters in the game, and he got that style that everybody from the country love. You know what I'm saying? That Memphis style, man. You know what I'm saying? He got that rapid fire Memphis style of roasting, man. Spark plug eating that nigga, man. Water moccasin enjoying that. You know what I mean? He got one of them styles, man. Shout out to my dog Flamaholics, man. But yeah, man, it's been a lot going on, man. It's been some things going on out here, man. Like, it's getting these political conferences is like taking over the news feed, you know what I mean? Because you got the Republican National Convention and then you got the Democratic National Convention, and it's like all of these big bad, it's big theatrics, going on. I don't care about politics. I don't care about none of that for real, but it's funny to see your heroes die. It's wild to see that, because some of these people who standing up for Trump is just wild to like just look at these people, because it's like, yo, not that I looked up to you, but it was like you was a good guy in my eyes, and now the stuff that you're doing is in favor of somebody that we know to be divisive, right? Like, so to see Hulk Hogan get up there and say, "Do y'all want me to body slam Kamala?" It's like, bro, are you serious? Do you know how many black folk could tap your head, my boy? Like, all that wrestling don't mean nothing. They'll beat the whole NWO up in your name. Like, what are we talking about? Like, what do you talk? Like, why would you say that? Hulk Hogan, why would you say that? Like, as a child, I never wanted to be Hulk Hogan, but I did get excited to see you come out and get in the ring and get busy. I was rooting for you. Now you talking about body slamming a black woman? Like, come on, cuz. Come on, cuz. I'd tap you in your bald spot a bunch of times. What are we talking about? Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, I'd tap you in your bald spot, man. Come on, man. You know what I mean? It's like let's be honest. You know what I mean? Hulk Hogan, bro. It's like, come on, bro. What are you doing? Like, you need some money. Like, I know Trump is paying you, but it's like, are you down that bad? Like, it's getting crazy like that. Now, I think that's just as embarrassing as that's just as embarrassing as Megan twerking at the Democratic National Convention, because we all rooting like, yeah, come on, let's go, man. And then she twerk. It's like, bro, what are you? Oh my God, bro. Like, why would you do that, bro? Why would you twerk at the Democratic National Convention? You just gonna turn around and throw it. Like, what are you doing, bro? like, let's be honest, bro. Like, I know it's some old people that's like kind of going along with this because this is some generational stuff that they've never seen, like a black woman running for president. And I was there during Jim Crow and all of this kind of stuff. So it's like they seeing this and they getting emotional and they got a build up going. And Meg turn around and start twerking on CNN. She on MSNBC throwing them cheeks, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing, man? I ain't even got no comeback when somebody, this a Republican shoots at a, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no comeback. What we gonna say? You right? You got that? You know what I'm saying? I can't say nothing, but I ain't never been no hoe. Like, these hands work. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's real, man. It's real, man. Drip LaFleur, appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. Philip Lane said, have you tried the titty milk cookies yet? For y'all that don't know, they are actually opening up a store that is lactation. It's cookies made with lactation milk. And that's kind of wild. Me being a titty person, that's kind of wild. Now I know it's a lot of proverbial meat on the bone with that kind of joke, but I don't know. I've never really tasted titty milk before, so I'm kind of afraid because if they don't hit, then I'm gonna be like, maybe it was because it was white titties. Like, maybe it was. Let me get the black titty milk. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Do they got the flavor options? You know what I'm saying? Let me see the titty before you. What titty made this cookie? Like I need. What titty made this cookie? You know what I mean? Because this tastes like it was made. This taste was made like a European titty. I don't think I'm into these. These ain't hitting for real. For real, man. You gotta do the math on that, man. They got a store, and it's in Lexington. I want to say, I think it's really in Lexington. Yes, it's in Lexington, but it's a store that sells cookies made with lactation milk. But the most important factor is I need to see the titty that made the cookie. Because it's important. If that nipple ugly, I don't want that cookie. Don't give me no ugly nipple cookies. Is all I'm telling you. Don't you give me no ugly nipple cookies. Like if that areola about the size of a $50, I don't want them cookies. I don't want them cookies. I need mine to look like a Cracker Barrel pancake. Them is the type of cookies I want because it's some pain and strife in that milk that's gonna make them cookies hit. You hear me? It's some pain and strife and them nipples is gonna make them cookies hit. Like, why does this cookie taste like pot roast? It's got seasoning salt in this motherfucker. Hey, I'm trying to tell you, I need a Nubian titty cookie. You hear me? I don't know if I can take one from a Becky. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to make it a race thing, but I'm just saying, like, if I got to choose between a titty, which one is a gorgeouser? Which one hit harder? Which one is gorgeouser? You know what I mean? I got to weigh the options, man. So, shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? That's a brave path to take in entrepreneurship to open a lactation cookie company. Like you sell cookies made with lactation milk. So it's kind of like, it's almost like if a woman buys it, is she gay? Like, you know what I'm saying? If you eat a titty cookie, I mean, are you bi? Like, how does this work? You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to figure this out. There's a lot of questions to be asked, you know what I mean? And that right there, man. Deidre said, shout out to all the mistreated, underappreciated, active baby daddies that refuse to keep spending extra to make a chick happy, such as myself. We got. Hey, salute to all the fathers. Salute to all the fathers out there that's making it happen in spite of somebody being bitter and trying to make the opposite occur just to satisfy their ego for the moment. You know what I mean? Shout out to fathers that's handling theirs, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a slept on art, man. But you know what I mean? The dudes is definitely out there and they exist. You know what I'm saying? But let me see what these comments talk about. Flesh Bay 5 said, do they got Dominican titty milk? That's a good question. You dig? Your cookie got a little bit of that green sauce from the taco truck. You know what I'm saying? You put a little green sauce from the taco truck on your cookie. You know what I mean? Boom, dum, 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 dum. You know what I mean? It's like, it's the stuff that matters when you talking about a lactation cookie. Because it's like, matter of fact, if I come up to the register and you ain't really all, you know, you mid, your facial structure is mid. I don't think I want any of them cookies because I'm gonna be like, hey, did you make these cookies? Like, what you, like, I'm figure out. You know what I mean? Like, I need to know. You know what I mean? Like, I think on the menu they can have a picture of the titty along with the cookie. Hey, let me get two of them Ericas. Like, you know, let me get two of them Ericas up there, man. You know what I'm saying? And a Tiffany. Yeah, definitely a Tiffany. I like a little light skin one. That Tiffany, it look like it tastes like something, you know, a little caramel titty. Yeah. let me get that. Let me get that. Let me get one of them, two of them Ericas and a Tiffany. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, what's Tiffany's Snapchat? Because goddamn, like, yo, oh man, yeah, real life. That's a brave entrepreneurship move right there, man. Lactation cookie titty milk. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. But that is questions that I need answers to. If it's only one person making a cookie and her titties ain't really hitting on nothing, like, bro, are you serious? Like, I've been eating this all the time. That's almost like that's almost like drinking a bottle of water and somebody's like, oh, that was mine. You like, bro, are you serious? Like, oh my God, like, nah, man. She made these. I don't want no Barbara cookies. I don't want no Barbara cookies, man. Yo, I need titties made for somebody with modern day names. I don't need no Dolores titties, no Gloria titties. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't need none of them cookies, man. Hey, if the cookie from Becky is gonna taste like a high credit score, like, who want that? I need to taste struggle and pain. You know what I'm saying? That's where the flavor's at. You hear me? If they were smart, they would have caught some of Ashanti's milk. You know what I'm saying? Them would have sold out fast. They would have had to do a shock drop like a pair of Jordans. Like, they would have had to do a shock drop like a pair of Jordans on them Ashanti lactation cookies. You know what I'm saying? They would have had the bots buying all the pair of cookies. You know what I'm saying? They go live at 2 p.m. By 2:01, all the Ashanti lactation cookies done sold out. Ain't that a bit? Drip LaFleur said, if the milk is from a Becky, they might as well call them cookie crumpets. Nah, for real though. That's factual. Tay said he would have got a box of the Ashanti cookies and flipped it. Yeah, would have flipped that whole box of Ashanti cookies, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a real hustle out here, man. They done did the Ashanti titty milk cookie shock drop, nigga. They out here really going off, man.
Oh my God.
Oh man, that's wild. That is wild. Why it's still early in the podcast, man. I do want to note that on my birthday, legit, you know, because you know, my boy is an adult now, so he can, you know, make his own plans and whatnot. So what I did is I basically booked some work on my for my birthday. Like basically, so the Kentucky Urban Entertainment Awards, the Kentucky Urban Entertainment Awards. I will be one of the co-hosts on my birthday, Sunday, August 25th. So it's going to be going down doing that, on my birthday. So it's going to be a good time and whatnot. Um, Also, with the Kentucky Urban Entertainment Awards, please know that this particular podcast, the Areola Rollercoaster podcast, has been nominated for Podcast of the Year. You know what I'm saying? It has been nominated for. Yes, it's been nominated for Podcast of the Year, along with 4 other categories. Event of the Year, which was the Realest Rare Special. The Realest Rare Special that I taped earlier this year. I got Smashing the Streets Lexington nominated in that category, and Comedian of the Year, and some other category that I forgot, but it's 5 categories total. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully on my birthday to come back with a 3rd consecutive Comedian of the Year, man. That would be like the trifecta, man. And that would be a beautiful birthday gift, man. You know what I'm saying? But if it goes the other way, it's well deserved because there's some people out there grinding too. So shout out to that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that. Also, Saturday, August 24th, my brother, Chris Hudson is having the 3rd annual Life's Journey Black Tie Fair, man. The first one he had in Atlanta, Georgia. It was a movie, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't get to make it to that one. I just saw the video clips and the pictures. And just black excellence all together. And then last year he had it in Lexington, man, and it was crazy, man. Like everybody put it on, man. And I went and got, you know what I mean, cleaned up real nice, man, and came through and just hit them in a way that they ain't never seen before. You know what I mean? I had to do it to him one time. You know what I'm saying? I came through on him and did number 2 on him. You know what I'm saying? So this year he's running it back by high demand, popular demand, and people that, wanted to be there and didn't get to make it last year. They all was talking about, man, you got to run it back because we doing it again this year. So he did. And that's August 24th, which is this Saturday. So it's definitely going down. So I want to call him and talk to him about this event, man. So let me see what Huddy talking about, man. My guy Hudro, man, you live on the Areola Rollercoaster podcast, man. What's really good?
Can you hear me, Brody?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. What's good?
Man, nothing much, bro. Headed to the city.
Okay.
What you up to?
Headed to the city as we speak. So I'm over here, man, talking about you and your event, man, letting them know that August 24th, man, you know what I mean? The Black Tie Fair is the place to be, man. It's the event that's going down, man. You know what I'm saying? Let the people know what's going on, man. Talk your talk.
Yeah, man. So look, we right back at it. We have the Life's Journey Black Tie Experience. The first one that we did was in Atlanta. It was celebrating my 35th birthday. And one of the homies is like, yo, bro, matter of fact, it was Mike. He's like, yo, bro, you should definitely make this something annual. A lot of people that couldn't make it wish they would have made it. So I'm like, say less. So you know me, bro. I'm going to make it happen. And that's what we did, man. So we celebrating the 2nd annual Black Tie Experience. We got the bourbon tasting, sponsored by Fresh Bourbon, Sean Edwards and Tia Edwards.
Shout out to Sean and Tia.
Shout out to Sean and Tia. And then after that, man, we have a live band. We got a local live band, and we got my 2 homies coming from the Nasty Natty. My guy Dante McCall and his partner, they gonna rip it. We got the live band. And after that, man, we got DJ Green turning up, some of the R&B, 90s, classic jams. And then after that, we got the homie Case, the legendary Case, coming in to perform. And then we got DJ Warren Peace on the 1s and 2s to kill out the night, man.
Oh, man.
It's going to be a vibe, bro. It's going to be a vibe. The experience is going to be nice. Shout out to the team. Shout out to, Shalisa them for doing the decor. They're going to have it looking amazing. And, yeah.
Yeah, man. That's a legendary lineup, man. You know what I mean? And, you putting on for the city for us to have something to do in a major way because, for basically the grown and sexy events, it's kind of lacking in the city. I mean, we have, stuff here and there, man, but I mean, when we get them going, man, I think it's, we can rival any city, what I mean, when it comes to these events and how they go, you know what I mean? So where is the event taking place at? Let the people know.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's gonna be a Central Bank Center. We literally have about 15 tickets left. I just looked on there. We already got about 520 plus attendees.
Sheesh.
Got about 15, man. We got people coming in from Columbus, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio, Houston, Texas, Atlanta, Louisville. Of course, Lexington showed out, man. It's Indiana, it's New Jersey. My family from Jersey coming in too. So, yeah, bro, this is what it is, man. And everything we do, everything I try to do, I try to do it at a high level,
Absolutely.
and really set the tone. Really set the tone for the events that we do from everything from the check-in process to how the night's going to end, man. So I try to set the tone and really show them something different. It's not just your regular party, and yeah, bro, it's that we're going to, I forgot, man. We're going to recognize some community leaders, Devon Karama, Tanya Lindsay as well for the efforts that they're doing with the gun violence, Logan Averett, Sean, Aisha, Dougie. I mean, it's going to be nice, bro.
That's
Shout out
dope.
to the sponsors.
That's dope.
I mean, it's going to be a great night, bro. It's
man, salute to you for that.
bro.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? And me going last year, man, I had a blast, and it was just great to see everybody, you know what I'm saying, dressed to impress. And it was just a beautiful night, man. You know what I'm saying? And you could tell people was just fully enjoying themselves. So with that said, man, the Central Bank Center, man, August 24th, you know what I mean? It's going down. So if you got some nice stuff to wear, you still got a little bit of time. If you can go get you something, if you ain't got it already, he got about 15 tickets left, 500 already sold, as he said. So you don't want to miss out on this, because it ain't a whole lot of events that we have that's us, and it's 500 plus people in the building. You know what I'm saying? So this is one of these ones, man. And y'all make sure that y'all go ahead and make that happen, man. You know what I'm saying? So salute to you for that. And before I let you go, man, I got a question, man. We all about entrepreneurship, right? And we was talking about it earlier in the podcast, just about entrepreneurship and, to take the risk of starting a business that's in a lane that a lot of people ain't driving down, right? So it's a new business is out right now, man. In Lexington, that's about to start. I think they're about to open soon, but it's a place that makes cookies, but the cookies are made with lactation milk. So, my thing is I'm all for entrepreneurship, but for me, I feel like it matters which titty it come from. You know what I'm saying?
So.
I'm saying, like, we got to be real with this, man. You dig what I'm saying? Listen, if it comes from one of them raggedy titties, man, it's like, bro, I don't want this cookie. You know what I'm saying? Let me see who titty that is first. You know what I'm saying? At least let me see a selfie of the titty it came from. You know what I mean? Because look, you bite into that cookie and they're like, oh, that's from me. You're like, oh my God, no. Like, you know what I mean? Real life, man. That's real life, man. Hey, man, that's the question of the night. I got to ask everybody: are you supporting this business, or does it matter which titty is that milk come from? You know what I'm saying? That's important. That is important, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'll let you get back to the road, man. I know you're heading back to the city, man. I want you to drive safe and whatnot. And check it out, man. Saturday, August 24th, man, at the Central Bank Center, man. The Life's Journey, the 3rd annual Life's Journey Black Tie Fair, man. Shout out to my dog, Chris Huddy, man. Let me give my boy a round of applause, man. Get it. Absolutely, man. You know what I'm saying?
My dog.
All right, man. Holla at me later, man.
I love you, bro. See
my
you
dog,
soon.
love back, man. Yep. Shout out to my dog, Chris Huddy, man. You know what I'm saying? doing his thing, man, from out the trunk, man. You know what I mean? He's put together, man. Chris Hudson has put together some major events. One of my biggest events in my career was one of his events. And we talking 12 years ago at this point. the Life's Journey fashion show. That was 12 years ago. That was one of my biggest shows to date at that point in my career. You know what I mean? And still is one of my most memorable because it was a fashion show. So I was the only person telling jokes, and to be that bit of variety in something that's totally centered on something else and still come out on top was one of my highlights of my career, man. You know what I mean? And I owe that to my dog Huddy, man. You know what I mean? So shout out to him. If y'all going, man, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all support that because it's going down. You know what I mean? Definitely going down. In other news, man,
Let's get to it.
it's a guy from Kentucky. This guy from Kentucky. Let me get the article up so I can be accurate in my description of this. So it's a guy from Kentucky. It says Kentucky man sentenced to 7 years in federal prison after faking death to avoid paying child support. Let me tell y'all something, man. Child support is so unfair that he's totally not wrong for faking his death. Like, you be thinking of all the ways that you can get out of this, because it ain't no, hey, man, I'm down for 6 months, or, oh, I'm going to be messed up for the next 3 months. It's like, no, bro, you're going to be messed up for 18 years in a row. You're going to be down for 18 years in a row, bro. Like you're gonna have to work 3 jobs just to be able to have a above average living. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing with him because I feel him. I feel him, bro. It was worth the risk, man. Like they said, 39-year-old Jesse Kipf was sentenced to 81 months, nearly 7 years, in prison after he reportedly hacked into a system and faked his own death to avoid paying child support. In January 2023, Kipf reportedly gained access to the Hawaii Death Registry system by using the login information of a physician and then proceeded to create a case for his own death. He went on to assign himself as the medical certifier and certified his death by using the death signature of the doctor, resulting in his registration as a dead person in several government databases. The office added that he admitted to faking his own death to avoid his outstanding child support obligations.
Oh my God.
I got to give a round of applause for my boy Kipf, man. Jesse Kipf, man. Free Jesse, man. All he was trying to do, man, is just live a life and take care of his kids, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? It's just somebody had to make it tough for him, man. And like the judicial system has to look at his efforts and realize how genius that was to find a way out of this. Like, you know what? How about I die while not dying? Like, you know what I'm saying? How about I just die? Like, I'd rather die than pay you this child support because, bruh, ain't no way that I'm going to give you $300,000, you know what I'm saying, all because we couldn't agree on something. Like, it ain't fair. You know what I'm saying? Bruh learned how to hack into a database. How did you get the medical guy? How did you get the doctor's credentials to log into this? Like, that means you had to create fake doctor's appointments and watch him log in and just be, bro, you know how hard you got to work to make that happen? You done went home and got on your MacBook and got in the database and made yourself dead. You killed yourself in the database. Like, what? Shout out to him, man. That shows you how serious this is, man. That child support ain't no hoe. He's like, bro, I'd rather die. The bad part is he's still gonna have to pay that child support along with all of these federal fines now. You know what I mean? So, you know, you almost had it, man. I got to salute you for that. That was a valiant effort, my boy. That was a very valiant effort, man. I give it to you, man. Shout out to that man, Jesse. He said, I got something for you, bitch. I'm going to kill me. Yo, that's wild, man. Shout out to him, man. Speaking of child support and that kind of arrangement, man. Tyrese was recently on the Breakfast Club, man, and Tyrese kind of broke down in tears, and he was just kind of talking about things that's happened negatively in his life and affected his life. And he was talking about how his divorce affected him, like along with like family members dying. He was talking about how divorce was just as much as a grieving process as them people dying, you know what I mean? And he was just talking about like dealing with that while having to be placed on child support unfairly. He was just, kind of accentuating on how tough that is. And like now he went through a low, I guess, where he wasn't making, any money or getting, booked to do anything. And now that it's kind of picked up and he's starting to get roles and been in movies and whatever, his ex-wife sees that. And now that's cause for her to be like, oh, well, he's working, he's getting money now, so let's go for an increase. You know what I'm saying? And let's hear Tyrese talk about it. He can explain it better than me, man. Let's see.
Songs about how I feel and how I'm feeling about what I lived and experienced because she left me out the blue. She can't say she don't know how I feel about her. Y'all seen all the interviews. The only person that ain't called me to say I'm sorry. I guess all these feelings that you caused don't fucking matter. I'm not playing, Vic. I'm a grown ass man. I'll tell you what I said. I'll tell you what I did. Accountability is a must. I'm coming up on 4 years of posting, venting, talking, releasing songs and singles. And ain't nobody called me to say I'm sorry. I didn't even know. I did not know I caused that much damage. I had got another letter from her lawyers requesting that I send over all of my tax returns and all of my bank statements because she's trying to get 20,000, and I think they're trying to take it up to like 40. And they've been looking at all of my movies and all of the concerts and shows that I've been doing. And they over there like blood-sucking lawyers rubbing their hands. And Samantha's doing the same thing, rubbing her hands. And they going, oh.
Now, I know that it got kind of tiresome because Tyrese he said 4 years he's been talking about this. And he has been talking about this for 4 years, every avenue, every chance he get. But what people don't realize, and this is the side that I side with him on this tip, is the fact that regardless if we forget about it and it don't matter because it's not us, he got to deal with that every month. So I think he's already paying like $20,000 a month in child support or something like that. And she won't, because he's landed some shows and movies, she won't 40,000. She want her money doubled because he got work. You know what I mean? And I think whatever circumstances that they broke up off of, I think for Tyrese, at some point people got to realize that him saying this repeatedly is more therapeutic than holding it in. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody ain't got somebody to talk to. You might think because he's Tyrese, he can get a therapist or he can get this. None of that stuff hit like you needed to hit until you get a broad audience. And that's why he keep broadcasting the way he do. I think it's messed up. I think it's messed up because she knows that time's going to run short to where that baby get 18 years old and you ain't gonna be able to get no money no more. So she's trying to get all that she can while she can, you know what I mean? And, shout out to him, man. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously that man going through it, and us being men, sometimes that don't hit or it don't matter. That don't matter at all. Like, when a man is going through his emotions and whenever he got an issue, they kind of minimize it or try to trick us into thinking that we wrong for feeling how we feel about something. You know what I mean? So salute to him for being brave enough to stand on this square, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to that boy Tyrese, man. You know what I mean? In other news, let's see. In other news, let me find what I was going to do. I lost it. While we on this subject, I seen something where a dude was I guess it was a podcast kind of going on like a Zoom style podcast, but this man says women have more respect for their boss than their husbands. Men don't mean anything to women. And not to make this like a hate women thing, but this was bars. I felt like this was real bars, you know what I mean? So let's listen to it.
I get married. If I'm marrying a man, if my man says to me, I'm putting this ring on your finger and these are my expectations, that I'm going to tell you how to jump and how high and what to wear and when to eat and all this other stuff, I'll be like, take your ring back, sir. Thank you.
Uma, that's an extreme. But Professor, go ahead, man.
No, I appreciate Uma, and she's definitely shed a light on some things, and I realize that men to women don't mean anything. We don't, because when you go to work, you don't wear those scantily clad clothes. If you did, you get sent home. So they'll listen to the boss, the colonizer that's paying them, but they won't listen to the man that's marrying them. So I see where we stand now. So I appreciate that perspective, because they definitely tell you what you can and cannot wear to work, and you definitely comply to that. So I appreciate that perspective. Thank you.
That was a bar. That was a bar. That was definitely a bar. I got to give it to him on that. How, like, hey, you listen to your boss, but you won't listen to your husband. That's real. That's kind of a real thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's you know what I mean? But I ain't gonna stay on that too long. I just thought that was pretty interesting to listen to. You know what I mean? In other news, Russell Simmons. Everybody knows that Russell Simmons lives in Bali. If you can look on the screen right now, it says Q&A. Send your questions in the chat. Send your questions, man. Whatever the question is, we're going to try to do what we do to our best ability to answer it, man. You know what I mean? And we'll, take it from there. But I kind of want to add more variety to the podcast by, kind of getting some of y'all questions or perspectives on things and just adding more elements to it. But right now we're talking about Russell Simmons, man. Russell Simmons has moved to Bali, and everybody thought it was in light of him having some type of relationship, like, because I guess Kimura was young when they started dating or met or whatever. I don't know. Whatever I read is what I hear. You know what I mean, basically. But he got on his live to kind of clap back after a while, after years of people hitting him with that notion that he escaped to Bali to escape charges. So this is what Russell Simmons said, man.
People, did you forget that I got 10,000 black men out of jail? And that I changed the factory farming industry forever? And that I registered more of you to vote than probably anybody you know? And I worked for Black Lives Matter and every movement that's helped our people, all the women's rights and even gay rights movements that I did so much work for, to let them demonize me in such a way that my friends cannot visit me without you attacking them. But yet you stand next to Donald Trump. Knock it off. I'll be in New York next week. This idea that I'm hiding is stupid. I call a paparazzi on myself every time I'm there. I have an office on Wilshire Boulevard. I'm there all the time. I work out in New York sometimes, but I live here. I live here to heal people.
Shout out to Russell Simmons, man. You know what I'm saying? I guess Russell Simmons is tired of people talking about him in the derogatory way. He said, my office on Wilshire Boulevard. I'll be there this week. Hey, that's money talk right there, man. You know what I mean? That's tough to pay rent in a place that you live in a totally different country, but you pay rent in a place in another country. Man, that's money talking to me. That's all I saw was some money talking. Shout out to people standing up for themselves, man. I ain't the judge and jury, so I can't tell people who's right or wrong and whatever. You know what I mean? That's really none of my concern. But shout out to people standing up for themselves, man, because we've grown. Social media has made it grown into where people become too opinionated, and it becomes more of a let me lash out than enjoy what the content is. You know what I'm saying? Just like in the beginning of the podcast, man. Like the beginning of the podcast, somebody 504 somebody got on here and said, man, if you talk about this or talk about that, I'm out. Bro, leave now. It's not that big of a deal. It's no beef, no harm, no foul. Leave. But you felt entitled enough to say that to me to where you feel like any topic that I talk about is not to your liking, you're going to tell me about it. Bruh, leave. It's not that deep. Like, you could have just not, you know what I mean? I appreciate you even logging in and checking it out, but you ain't, it ain't that type of party. I'm all for people standing up for themselves. You know what I mean? When you step out and make some content and you stand up to yourself, that's a beautiful thing, man. I'm all for it. I don't let nobody bully me, troll me, none of that. I know how to troll too. I know how to bully too. and I got the mic, so I'm gonna win. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we're gonna get to some of these questions in the Q&A. Okay. Drip LaFleur said, what is your opinion on Killer Mike and Travis Scott? Because Travis Scott fanboys out here really stuck on it since Mike swept the Grammys. My opinion on Killer Mike and Travis Scott. I think that Killer Mike is dope. I think Killer Mike is a highly intelligent dude, and I like the way that he articulates his points. You know what I'm saying? For him to sweep the Grammys, being from Atlanta in the same camp as, Andre 3 Stacks and Big Boy, to stand out on your own and sweep the Grammys, you know what I mean, is a beautiful thing. So you got to salute him for that. Travis Scott at the same time. Travis Scott has, I think it's amazing to see his shows, how many people be there and be, operating off of his wordplay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everything moves as he wanted to move. And you talking, 60,000 people in one setting going off of one person's words. And that's crazy to see. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, I don't know how to properly answer the question in the sense of the fanboys, because I can't speak for them. I mean, you got everybody that's going to be unreasonable for somebody that they like, but in all actuality, they both got their good qualities, and I think they both got their bad qualities. I think Travis Scott, his rage kind of partying, it affects his fans. You know what I mean? Because people's getting hurt at your shows, people's dying at your shows. Like, you know what I mean? I think that's a bit overzealous in the form of enjoyment. You know what I mean? Like, kill yourself so I can enjoy it type. You know what I mean? Like, but Killer Mike, I mean, I don't know any real negatives besides the fact that he got that. He got some of those. I used to suck my thumb teeth. Like, I think that's pretty negative for someone who's on TV a lot. But, but it is what it is. Fleshbait 5 said, what do you hate about Billy Sorrell's hair? I don't know, man. I don't hate nothing about Billy Sorrell's hair, man. It just looks like he washes it with shampoo that got shredded up Al B. Shore verses in it. I think when he washes his hair, he hummed to let the shampoo sit in his scalp. You know what I mean? Shout out to my dog Billy, man. I don't hate nothing about Billy's scalp, man. You know what I'm saying? He said 504 Rob is his name. Salute to 504 Rob. You know what I'm saying? But like Derek Lorenzo White said, where we from, we bully the bullies. You know what I mean? This is it's the Areola Rollercoaster podcast, man. We set the precedent. You know what I mean? But feel free to add your questions and we'll answer them as we go. You feel me? And in other news, I don't particularly know this woman myself. I seen her around. I know that she be on TV like that, but I be too busy telling jokes to be knowing everything that's going on. Like the stuff that I talk about now is because I just kind of researched it and looked it up for the sake of the show. But Erica Banks, I don't know Erica Banks. I don't know where Erica Banks is from. I know she had some terrible edges one time I seen it, but that was none of my business, so I shut up. You know what I'm saying? But Erica Banks, she got a BBL, right? But for some reason, after a while, she didn't like that BBL, so she got a second BBL, and she's now recovering from that second BBL. So she got a BBL. So she's recovering from that BBL, and now she's basically talking in the future if she'd ever transition back to having a regular body.
Oh my God.
All I'm saying is All I'm saying is I don't know Erica Banks, but to get 2 BBLs and then consider in the future getting it all took out, it's like you could have just went without the whole time and saved the money and the pain and the recovery. I'm lost. I just wish women would listen to men. Not nothing concerning what you should do with your body, because I'm just saying this for the sake of jokes, but not telling you, hey, you should do this with your body, or hey, you should do da 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 da. But let's be honest, when women get BBLs, it's not for other women. Women say, I'm doing it for me. Yeah, you doing it for me so you can be recognized and get the attention. When I was driving a car, a regular car, I didn't get the same attention. I didn't get the same attention I did when I pulled out my whip, my old school on the rims and the candy paint and all that. I got different attention. It was flashy. Ooh, I like that. That's cool. So it's different. When you at a light, people staring at you, people giving you thumbs up, people like, yeah, that's dope. So that I can imagine this is the same thing that's happening in the form of when a woman gets a BBL. She walking like, somebody ain't gonna be obvious, but she gonna turn around real quick. Somebody gonna be like, and try to play it off. You know what I'm saying? You in the gym, you trying to work out, somebody looking through the mirror. The cheeks is back there, but you don't want to look like that. So you just look through the mirror. You know what I'm saying? You gonna get different attention. So I'm saying, if you listen to men will tell you, we don't care about no BBLs. I can't speak for everybody. It's going to vary. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to vary. But I know the large majority of men do not care about a BBL. I went to a strip club and seen a chick with a BBL twerking, and I'm like, this doesn't look right. It looks like 2 JanSport backpacks. Like her thighs don't match. Her waist don't match her. Like the ass is the biggest thing on her. Like this ain't fire to me. This ain't fire to me. You dig? Like, and if y'all would listen to us, we would tell you straight up, BBLs are not what's up. I don't care if you ain't got no cheeks. Somebody might be into that. If you got natural cellulite, whatever, it's somebody out there that's into that. You got stretch marks, somebody out there that's into that. It's somebody out there that's into them BBLs, but what I'm talking about is natural. You paying money and suffering through that. These girls is getting on planes, riding in cars, having to sleep on their stomach, lay down on their stomach. They having to pay for 3 rows of seats just to be able to lay down, just because they want to be thick that bad. You on an 8-hour flight, 5-hour flight on your stomach with a faja on. Are you kidding me? Listen, man. All I'm saying is, what sense does it make to get 2 BBLs if you're talking about removing it in the future? I mean, it's your prerogative, it's your business, it's your money. But I mean, just looking at it constructively, you could have saved that money, invested it, and just been you. Because even when you take that BBL out, we're going to be like, oh, that's old girl that had the BBL. That's old girl that had the BBL. You got to make it make sense. You dig? Like, you got 2, not 1 BBL, you got 2 BBLs. And you still ain't satisfied. Sheesh. I know they was at the BBL clinic like, oh, Erica, it's you again? Like, you back? How much for a tune-up? How much to get some spark plugs? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure this out. You know what I mean? Joey True in the building. What up, though? What up, Joey True? He said, I'm saying, man, that's wild to me. 2 BBLs. That's crazy. You know what I mean? In other news,
Let's get to it.
It's a hacker out here, man. It says hackers have leaked nearly every American social security number in a massive data breach. It says about 4 months after notorious hacking group claimed to have stolen an extraordinary amount of sensitive personal information to a major data broker, the member of the group has reportedly released most of it for a free online marketplace for stolen personal data. The breach, which includes social security numbers and other sensitive data, could power a raft of identity theft, fraud, and other crimes. For me, I don't know how productive this is going to be. If you just got a whole bunch of people's social security numbers, because I know how you can get identity theft for social security numbers, but I mean, I know some people that if you steal their social security number, you're going to be hot at the results. You're going to be fired up at the fact that you done got this person's social security number and now you in cuffs. Not because you stole it, but because that person's social security number was already under duress. Like they owe 3 TVs to Rent-A-Center right now. They are under watch. Mr. Johnson, where's the TVs? They're going to be like, what? You know what I mean? I know nothing of TVs. Yeah. You done stole, you done, you done stole the serial number, the social security number of a veteran renter owner. You know what I mean? He got 3 sofa sets. He got a sectional in his name on his record that they've been waiting to get back. You done stole the wrong social security number. You see? My boy said, please steal mine and clean my record. Steal your social security and clean your record, man. Hey, man, listen. I don't know what they're going to get off my social security number. They ain't going to get nothing. They're going to try to buy something. They're going to get rejected immediately. Ain't nothing on my social security number but a bunch of Apple charges. Like Apple taking $16 every 2 days out of my account. That's what they're going to find on my social security number. I don't understand. I don't understand nerds that be like, hey, let's do a massive data breach. That'll get them. Like, what? Like, huh? That loses me more than anything. I'm lost on why hackers would steal a bunch of personal information and do a data breach. Like, I know you can use social security numbers and do stuff like that, but it's like, is this the goal or was the high that you got from this the data breach? Like, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's do something legal with our skills. Let's not get coochie. Let's not get coochie and steal social security numbers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's dry the vagina up. Like, baby, I'm a criminal. I steal social security numbers. Like, what? Said, even worse, steal a social security number from dude that was 3 months behind on a Hellcat. Hilarious. Hilarious. You done stole the social security number of somebody that died 8 months ago. You get now you going to big jail. You going to big jail because you chose to do the dorky illegal thing. That's nerd illegal stuff. What you in jail for? I stabbed the motherfucker, man. What you in for? I shot me a motherfucker, man. What you in for? I strangled that bitch. What you in here for, man? I had spearheaded a massive data breach. I had millions of social security numbers, and I just wanted to upgrade my Dell. When I bought a hard drive. It's like, what are we doing? The crimes people choose, man. The crimes that people choose, man. I know that I saw a video of Trump, man. And Trump is losing it, man. Trump is losing it. His sports coat get bigger by the day. That sport coat get bigger and bigger by the day. So Donald Trump had said that if he became president, that he vowed that anybody that got violent with police, he would say that the death penalty for anybody that got violent with police officers, like if you harmed a police officer or authoritative figure, death penalty. Anybody in child trafficking, death penalty. I'm not really opposed to child trafficking. I'm not opposed to that one. He ain't far off of that. But this is the one that got me. He said the death penalty for anybody who any major drug dealers. So anybody that's considered a major drug dealer, that's the death penalty. And I'm like, you got to be out of your head. You got to be out of your peanut brain to be like, we gonna kill you. And he's talking about we don't need a long drawn out 15-year case with a bunch of appeals. We need it to be swift and executed fast. Like So basically, if you selling weight and you get locked up, you gonna die within a year. Like, bro, what? Listen to what you're saying, man. Listen to what you're saying. This ain't even about politics, bro. Listen to what you're saying. That's a personal preference. That's not a policy that makes the world better. That's a personal preference. That is a personal preference because guess what? People's taking risk out here selling drugs every day because the death penalty comes in the form of street crime. They taking that risk every day. You know what I mean? So you know, that's different, man. That is super different, man. I feel bad. Like it's just tough, man, for famous people, man. Like famous people just seem to always be going through it. And I know they visible because we see them on our social media every day, but I mean, compare it to people that you know that's in your life on a regular basis. Like people that you know don't be going through it like celebrities do. Celebrities be going through it, bro. Like everybody knows that Dame Dash owed money and you know they made him sell his stake in the Rockefeller company, which owns like 30 something percent or whatever 3%, whatever percent of Jay-Z's classic, whatever it's called. I don't know why it's escaping me right now, but Jay-Z's album. Basically he's forced to sell it, and I guess he owed the money from it is gonna settle his debt that he owes. So I don't think nobody's buying it yet. So he got on social media and he said, if you come and purchase, like by now everybody knows this, if you come and purchase the rights to this, then I will include an authentic Rockefeller chain, you know, worn by me, the same one that I used to put on everybody's neck. You get a Rockefeller chain if you buy this stake in the company. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, that was painful to watch because at that point, the cocky Dame Dash we know has been fully humbled at this point. And I'm not saying that to tease or be like, nothing like that, but it's like, dog, you to that point where you are selling the Rockefeller chain to actually giving the Rockefeller chain away just to make this purchase happen to clear this debt on you. You know what I mean? And I salute Dame Dash, you know what I mean? But that's crazy to see. You know what I mean? And what people don't know is in 2031, the rights to Reasonable Doubt, that's the record I was talking about, the album. The rights to Reasonable Doubt go to Jay-Z anyway. All rights go to him in 2031. You know what I mean? And it's just in the contract. It's like after all of these years, they default to be owned by Jay-Z solely, you know. So you know, salute to Dame Dash, man. And I think Dame Dash is, you know, having a hard time financially, man. And he actually made a video explaining how he went broke. Here we go.
They asked me how I got so broke. Investing in my dreams. You know, when you're investing in your dreams and you dream big, you're always gonna be broke. You'll have a lot of shit, but I don't have no money for nobody else. That's what you call broke. But that's what it is.
So, you know, salute to him. Salute to him. I mean, I get invested in your dreams, but sometimes you got to tone that ego down in the form of the cockiness, because we know Dame Dash to be cocky. Sometimes you got to tone that ego down and listen to some folk. You know what I'm saying? Because you might have invested in a bunch of projects that didn't work, all for the sake of I'm being a boss. I'm being a boss. I'm a boss. I'm a boss. And it's like sometimes you need to be a worker to learn how to be a boss in another avenue. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it has to occur because your ego can't be bigger than the program. You'll never be bigger than the program. You know what I mean? And I think at this point, you know, he's meeting a certain kind of humility, which is kind of a stain on his record because we know in the music game and all of that, he was a beast in you know, the things he got done and accomplished for Rockefeller. But it's like, man, you think about it, he got with what? The one shoe the shoe that had a scent to it. Like the soles of the shoe would smell like the theme of the shoe. So if it was like a banana sundae, whatever it is, I forgot the name of the shoe, but it's like the soles were supposed to smell like whatever the theme of the shoe was. So if it was like dessert, the soles would smell like dessert. It was weird. It was a weird concept, but he was on it. I think he had bought a stake of Pro-Keds and he tried to make Pro-Keds cool. You know what I mean? And it was like, people ain't buying into this. And these are just investments that you thought was going to be it. And it's like, bro, you should listen to the masses. Like, I know people really follow your lead, but ain't nobody wearing a Pro-Keds, bro. everybody looking like they got on them baby shoes, the ones that get bronze. Like, I ain't gonna wear these unbronzed baby shoes. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Dame, man. You know what I mean? But I get him though. When you're talking about, you know, you can go broke investing in yourself. You know what I mean? Like, cause that's a real thing. You can go broke investing in yourself. I mean, I do this podcast. I don't make nothing off this podcast. I make $0 off of this podcast. I do it for the fun of doing it and chopping it up with y'all. I enjoy talking to y'all, and I just enjoy doing it on this kind of format. You know what I mean? So with me to do it at this level that I'm doing it, this program that I'm doing it on costs money. You know what I mean? That's hundreds of dollars a year. You know what I mean? This board that I'm going through, that's hundreds of dollars. This microphone, that's hundreds of dollars. This MacBook, that's thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? These lights, them is hundreds of dollars. You know what I mean? Extension cords and mic cords and USBs and you know what I mean? It's all of this stuff is, you know, all of this stuff cost, and I haven't profited off of it once, but I'm not doing it necessarily for a profit. I mean, I wish it would get to that in the future, but I'm invested in me. Now, if I go broke in any other arena, I could say, hey, I'm either going to stop putting money into this and put it into what I need to put it into, or I'm going to continue being broke and keep this going. You know what I mean? So I kind of share the same sentiment with him, not saying that I went broke, but it's just like, you know, investing in yourself. That's a lot of money to be invested in something that's generating $0. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's par for the course. The game is always going to be the game. You know what I mean? Let's see. A Wisconsin woman, in other news.
Let's get to it.
A Wisconsin woman receives an 11-year sentence for murdering a man who allegedly sexually abused her as a teen. Wisconsin woman Crystal Kaiser is facing more than a decade in prison after allegedly surviving sexual abuse as a teenager. In May, she copped a guilty plea after admitting she murdered Randall Volar in 2018. During the plea, she claimed that she had been both molested and sex trafficked since she was 16 years old by this dude. Said, according to the Associated Press, a Milwaukee judge sentenced Crystal Kaiser to 11 years in prison and 5 years of supervised supervision on Monday. The judge allowed 750 days to count as time served, bringing her time down by a year and a half. So she doing nearly 10 years. Said, but however, the 24-year-old is not eligible for any of the Department of Corrections early release programs, which means she will probably remain behind bars until 2033. They said in a statement, the court is well aware of your circumstances surrounding your relationship with Mr. Volar. You are not permitted in the instrument of reckoning. To hold otherwise is to endorse a descent into lawlessness and chaos. So, she said in reply, she said, I don't know where to start, but I'm asking for your generosity in my sentence today. I understand that I committed sins, but that put the Volar family in a lot of pain. But, you know, with all of that, I got to say, free Crystal. You know what I mean? We got to free Crystal. I'm not mad at her for the dude that's responsible for molesting her and sexually trafficking her since she was 16 years old. She's 24 now, and she got him up out of her. She got him up out of her, you know, when enough is enough, you know what I mean? And I think that was justified in my personal opinion. So, you know, free Big Crystal, you know what I mean? Anybody that's into the sex trafficking and molesting and all of that kind of stuff, man, I think, you know, you get what you beg for, you know what I mean? So, you know, salute to her, because sometimes people get put in those positions and that's the only way out. It's unfortunate that she got to do, you know, 10 years in prison before even getting a chance to get out, man. You know what I mean? Because, you know, she's going to have a late start on life. She'll still be in her 30s, but still, you know, to miss out on a lot, you know, it's a lot that happens in your 20s and your 30s, and she's going to get out in her mid 30s, which is, you know, kind of crazy. So salute to Crystal, man. Free Big Crystal, man. You know what I mean? Free her. What else we got? Let me see. What else we got? The question is, and this is, after a certain age, do body counts matter? That's the question. After a certain age, does body counts matter? I'm saying that because they two women made a video and they were on the side of, if you are of a certain age and you still talking about body counts, then they consider you as lame. But I want you to hear them explain it, man.
Sir, if you still care about body count at this grown age, you're childish.
We need to wrap it up. There needs to be other conversations.
There is no way.
It's not like any woman's body count is low or high, male, low or high. I just feel like,
why are we caring about that? There's so many more things we have to be talking about and worrying about instead of someone's past.
Exactly. And there's a lot of women I know that have a high body count, and those are like literally the girls that are wiped up, sweetest girls you'll meet.
We know a lot of girls with a high body count that is wiped up. So honestly, body count don't mean a thing.
And some of y'all dudes are with them and don't even know.
Yep, they be lying to y'all. Let me tell y'all some free game.
So
they be lying to y'all.
So yeah. So now I can't say that I don't agree with them. I can't say that I don't agree with them. Being 42, if I'm sitting here asking a chick what her body count is, I feel like that's quite childish. If I'm sitting here and I'm trying to get to know a girl and she asks me my body count at 42, I'm gonna laugh at her, and that's gonna be the end of our conversations in that magnitude. I think a certain level of insecurity comes with somebody who's asking about a body count once you get past a certain age. I think that is a thing. But to say that doesn't mean I don't want to know if you've been a hoe. Like, you know what I'm saying? I do want to know that, because that is vital in my decision-making process. Like, am I going to wife you up or just continue helping you be a hoe? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are things I got to know. I'm not going to hold your hand and have everybody laughing at me because you kissing her on the neck and that's the same neck that somebody shot on. Like, no, we not doing that. I need to know some gruesome details if they exist. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like it's a case of a dude on Twitter. He was interested in a girl, and it's a long distance relationship, but they was interested in each other and they was getting to know each other, so they texting each other. They've been texting each other for a while, and they was exchanging pictures and doing all that kind of thing. And as he wanted to progress, like, and kind of get to the point of making her his girl, he found out that she had OnlyFans. And some of the pictures she was sending them was pictures that she was posting for her OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? But on the OnlyFans, he ain't subscribed to her OnlyFans. But on her OnlyFans, it's plenty of videos of her, you know what I mean, throating meat, doing the whole do. You know what I'm saying? So for him, he took issue in that and was uninterested from that point forward, because he was kind of thrown off and met by surprise. Like, I just wanted a chance, like, to even decide if that was for me or not. Like, if you would have told me ahead of time, maybe I could have been like, cool, but you didn't ever let me know, period. So it's like, that's a real thing that exists. Like, I'm saying body count doesn't matter, because at this point, you went through your sexual phase of figuring out sex, and you was like, oh, my mission is to have, like, I know boys, like, you know what I mean, growing up, I'm trying to have as much sex as I can this year. Like, when you 18, 19 years old, I'm trying to knock it all down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so in some cases, a lot of people got to knock it all down. I know it was people in high school, when I was in high school, they was knocking it all down. So if you count those bodies from 2001 in 2024, that's a bit excessive. You know what I mean? Just let me know if you a hoe. Like, you know what I'm saying? I remember they used to have that dating show, right? I forgot what it was called. It was like either Eliminate or one of them dating shows, right? So it was a black dude, and he had a bunch of black chicks that he was going on dates with, trying to find the one. And what he didn't realize is one of those chicks was a porn star. Like, at that time of the show, she was a porn star. For y'all that want to know who the porn star is, her name is Obsession. And if you know Obsession, you know Obsession gets busy. You heard me?
Oh my God.
Look, the thing about it, bruh didn't have no clue on this show about Obsession. And she's playing it off as just being regular degular, you know what I'm saying? They going on dates, and at the end of the night, he brings her to her door and she tongue kisses him down. And he's like in the car, like excited, and he's like breathing different. And he's just like, man, just like, dude, she's the one, like that. And I'm sitting there like, oh my God, did this man just kiss Obsession in the mouth? And she kissed him porn star like it was nasty. That's why I still remember it. I'm like, oh my God. Like, she at least could have told him what it is that she do, because guess what? All his homeboys is gonna pop that VHS tape in, and she's gonna be on that thing going through the yunk yunk. She's gonna be going through the yunk yunk. She's gonna be going through that, and you gonna be sitting there like, yo, you lose that battle forever. On top of that, he didn't hit. He just kissed her good night, and he chose somebody else at the end of the date show. So you didn't even hit. You kissed, man. Listen, man. Body count shouldn't matter once you get past a certain age. Just don't be no hoe. That's all. Just don't be no hoe. That goes for men and women. You know what I'm saying? Don't be one of them, man. Because ain't nobody walking around holding hands trying to look silly. You know what I'm saying? Said, but how can you say it don't matter, then turn around and say if she was a hoe, it matter? Don't that go in hand? No, because I'm not asking for a number. You could be a hoe with 3 dudes if they had you at one time. That's hoe activity. That's too much. You get what I'm saying now? That's how that works. It ain't, oh, you had 30 dudes in your lifetime, that's too much. No. If you had 3 dudes run a train on you, you're ineligible to be in my life. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe I explained that poorly, but I'm going on the fly, so it's possible. You know what I'm saying? But, that's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by that. Like, if you a hoe, like, if you had 2 dudes at one time, you a hoe. Like, if you was married and you had 5 side dudes, you a hoe. Like, that's how that works. Like, you know what I mean? These are things that you need to know. It's not necessarily a body count, but what did you do that was wild? Like, you know what I mean? That's things that matter. So it ain't necessarily a number of people, but it's just like, what did you do at one time with a number of people? You know what I'm saying? In a week's time, you had 3 different. We you know what I mean? Drip LaFleur said, I can hear Cameron's verse from that kiss. Worse than that, they go home and kiss their cousin. Hey man, listen. They kiss their cousin. Shit's disgusting. Kurt Machiavelli in the building. What up, man? Kurt Machiavelli, man. Every time he get in the shower and that water hit his hair, it sizzle. His hair, when water hit his hair, it sizzled like an Applebee's skillet. Okay, so it makes sense now. Not facts. Okay, you know what I mean? I might have did a poor job of explaining it like that, but again, I'm ad-libbing. You know what I mean? I'm kind of just going on the fly. So, I might have needed to detail it a little bit better, but that's what I meant by that. Body count don't matter, but if you you had it's some things you could do to make you ineligible out here. You know what I mean? So, shout out to Joe Budden, man. Let me give a round of applause to Joe Budden, man. Shout out to Joe Budden, man. You know what I'm saying? Joe Budden, his song "Pump It Up" just went gold. Now the thing is people's making jokes out of it because it went gold, but it came out in 2003. So they like, it took you this many years to go gold, but that was way before the streaming era. You know what I'm saying? This was hard copy records. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, I don't think that they properly counted everything, because we know that Pump It Up was on every dance movie, in every video game, it's been all over everywhere. Pump It Up was everywhere. So those streams and numbers didn't count. You know what I mean? It was just hard copy of whatever. Like, I don't like by the time the streaming era was created, I don't even think that song mattered anymore. You know what I mean? Like, so, salute to Joe Budden for getting gold. You know what I mean? That's something you accomplished. And if it took you 20 years, it took you 20 years. Gold is gold. You went gold. You can say that you went gold, and then can't nobody could take from it. You know what I mean? Whether it was 20 years or 2 years, you know what I mean? You went gold. So salute to him for that, man. And you know, shout out to me, man. Shout out to me, man. Shout out to me, man.
Let's get to it.
Sunday is my birthday, man. I turned 42 years old, man. You know what I'm saying? And on this 42nd birthday, I can honestly say that I'm more in control of my life than I've ever been. I have more freedom of controlling my life than I've ever had. I'm talking about I didn't have this much control at 39 and 40. So I can sit there and say that 41's been gangster. 41's been very, very, very dope. My oldest graduated college. My youngest son graduated high school and got a full ride scholarship to a Division I university to play football. My daughter passed on to be a sophomore. She's in the 10th grade. I won Comedian of the Year at the Kentucky Urban Entertainment Awards. I won Comedian of the Year at the Blueprint Awards. I got to perform at the Lexington Opera House, which is a place that I went to as a kid to watch the Nutcracker every year. Everybody that went to Lexington Public Schools, Fayette County Public Schools, they went to like elementary and middle school would all go to the Opera House and watch the Nutcracker. So I did this years as a kid. I'd never been in for nothing else, and then I ended up being on stage telling jokes. So that was a big accomplishment for me to be at the Opera House. You know what I mean? Doing that. I also landed another commercial this year. You know what I'm saying? I got a commercial. It is I would play it, but it would get flagged. You know what I'm saying? I got a commercial with LA1. They came out with a new straw milling flavor, and they got a promotional commercial, and I'm in that joint. I got a bunch of scenes in it, and it turned out pretty dope, man. They made it look like a love story from the watermelon and the strawberry, you know what I mean? And I'm the friend of the strawberry, you know what I mean, type joint. So shout out to that, you know what I mean? All the nominations at the Kentucky Urban Entertainment Awards this year, like all of that, man. I could keep going, man. I could just keep going, man. Like, my Facebook page is probably 1,000 people shy of hitting 260,000. You know what I'm saying? 260,000 followers on the page. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it's trending up and it's beautiful. I done got 10,000 followers within the last month or two. You know what I mean? On Facebook, so it's going down. So I do want to say, man, if you on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? You can send your boy a super chat, you know what I mean? Just as a form of support, you know what I mean? You can say they encourage you to say this stuff, but I don't ever have it in my mental, you know what I mean? But you can send your boy a super chat, you know what I mean? If you on Facebook, you can send your boy some stars. I'm talking about, we talking literally, 50 cent. You know what I mean? Whatever your heart desires, but you can send your boy a super chat. You can send your boy some stars, you know what I mean? And we'll grow and progress like that, man. Also, turning 40, it don't sound as cool as it does turning 30 or turning 20. But I always keep in mind at 42, that turning 42, that it's a 60-year-old, a 70-year-old, or 80-year-old that would love to have his age back. Anytime you run your birthday past an older OG, they would sit there like, it's just like, man, how would you turn how did you feel when you turned 42, and they're just like, whew, young blood, bro. I wish I had that age back, bro. I tell you, like, and you just think about it, it's like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of, you kind of in the prime. It's like your mentals is going up and your body is starting to begin that decline, but you still up. So it's like you at the physical and mental prime, you know what I mean? And I think this is very, very dope. And not only that, my son turning 22, man. Like, my son's a grown man. Like, what? Like his legs is hairier than mine. You know what I mean? Like what? It's crazy. You know. Observing stuff said your birthday is Saturday. Hey man, salute August 24th, man. Salute, man. Your birthday Saturday, man. Happy birthday to you. Happy early birthday, man. You know what I mean? And you know, one thing that I want to say about before we get out of here, man. One thing I want to say about birthdays, right? And men. What women have to understand is we so used to providing and making sure that everybody else is straight that we rarely think about what we want on our birthday. Because a lot of the times we've never received real gifts. And what I mean by real gifts is stuff that's expensive, stuff that will quote unquote matter. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't going to get nobody no $2,000 MacBook. You're not getting nobody a set of rims. You know what I'm saying? You're not getting nobody something like significant like that. You know what I'm saying? When a woman's birthday come across, it's some money being spent. $500, $1,000, like it's some money being spent, maybe more than that. You know, and when it comes to men's birthdays, you know what I'm saying? You can get some socks. You can get you know what I mean? You can get a towel with your family printed on it. Like, you know, I don't know what you gonna do with it, but it's like thanks. You know what I mean? Like you can get a pin with your name on it. You know what I mean? Like these are gifts that fathers get. We ain't gonna complain because we understand that it's the gesture and not the actual material possession. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna be honest and say that we want stuff too. We want something that we can be like, yo, women, I'm gonna give you the cheat code. All you have to do is get your man something that he really been wanting, but he had to save up for. And that man will run through a wall for you forever. I seen a girl get her man his dream car. I said, bro, this dude is never gonna cheat on her. Y'all can say what y'all want to as women. Y'all can say what y'all want. I'm telling you from a man, that man is never gonna cheat on her because guess what? Soon as a girl's interested, you can be like, bro, she ain't gonna give me what she got me. So why would I mess that up? Dig what I'm saying? Like, all you got to do is wonder what he want and try to get it for him, and that man will run through a wall for you. You ain't got to do it no more. You ain't even, all you got to do is get one significant gift to a man, and he'll run through a wall for you forever. Forever. He ain't, man, what? What? You gonna have big boy purses every year. Every 3 years, he getting you a new car. Like, come on, man. Gonna run through a wall for you, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, sometimes we be, you know, I think it seems not macho to be like, I want gifts. I want stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because we so used to being the protector and the provider. So for us to be like, give me gifts, it seems kind of sassy in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Observing stuff said he's turned 30 and he don't even get gifts no more. You know what I'm saying? He said he don't even get gifts no more, man. So you gotta really observe that. Like we don't have an expectation of gifts, and we've kind of built our minds around not receiving anything because if we started building our minds around what we got, we would always be upset. Because I mean, to get a gift and the price tag still be on it, and you see that it was like 60% off, you know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. I wouldn't even get this for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, it's not to be unappreciative, but I'm just, you know, you got to think about that, man. You got to really think about that, man. Like, I was in a relationship, the most significant gift that I got in all of these years was probably an Indianapolis Colts bomber jacket. Fire. But that was probably the most significant gift I got. That was probably $150. That was probably $150, maybe $200. That was the most expensive, significant gift I've ever got. You know what I mean? So it's like when you put that into perspective, it's like for me, at my age and my maturity level, I don't need anybody to get me a gift at this point. You know what I'm saying? I can get myself what I want, and I don't need nobody to hang it over my head like, look what I got you, or look what I did, or what I da. It's like, nah, I just get it. If I want it, I'll get it. If I can't get it right now, I'll get it when I can. You know what I mean? Like that's just the way that works. And it's just easier that way. You know what I mean? It's just no complications to it. You get exactly what you're looking for. You know what I mean? And it's cool, you know. So shout out to that, man. You know, shout out to my mom and pops, man. You know what I mean? RP to my pops, man. His birthday was August 11th. him and my his twin brother, my Uncle Harry, man. Shout out to my pops, rest in peace. You know what I mean? So, happy birthday to him still, and happy birthday to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sunday is up, man. You know what I mean? I done went and got me a suit, you dig? I done went and got me a suit, man, for the award ceremony, man. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be like that, man. You know what I'm saying? We got the Life's Journey thing on Saturday. You know what I mean? And my thing is me and my son, we planning to celebrate our birthdays Saturday. So that's my thing about if I'm going to be able to make it to the Life's Journey thing or not. You know what I mean? And if I do, you're gonna see me run back his suit 2 days in a row. I'm gonna wear that suit twice. It's my birthday. I can do that. I'm gonna wear that twice. Ain't like I'm gonna buy 2 different suits. Nah, I'm still clean. What is we talking about? You know what I mean? So yeah, man. With that said, man, Sunday's the birthday, man. Turned 42. Son turned 22, man. So, it's a beautiful thing. And I appreciate everybody that took the time out and watched the podcast tonight. For your listening pleasure, it will be in a few hours, actually. It'll be on all streaming platforms. For your listening pleasure, if you want to run it back and listen in the mornings. And I got a question. I got a real question, man. I always forget to ask y'all this, man. I always forget to ask y'all this. Observing stuff, facts. Saturday gonna be lit. This is the question I got. So when I do the pod, right? I know I do it live, so it's a live stream joint. A lot of people may miss the live. So what do y'all think about when it's over? When the podcast ends? What do you think about me reposting the entire episode the next day? Like posting it on the news feed, like, because if you watch it, you got some loyal watchers, loyal listeners. If you miss it, me posting it on the timeline during the daytime where everybody's up and about, like, do you think that's a good idea? That's what I want to know. Like, because if so, then that's what I'm gonna start doing. I've been thinking about it, but I didn't know if that would fall on deaf ears or anybody would pay attention. You know what I mean? But I would basically repost the podcast. It wouldn't be live. It would just be, the pod, So that's the idea that I got in my head, and I just want to know what y'all think. You know what I mean? Let me know. Dig what I'm saying? Also, it is new merch. I got new merch out there, man. Make sure y'all hit the merch store. I'm gonna put this. I actually dropped the new merch. I'm gonna put this QR code out there. It's gonna put the link in the comments, man. You can click that link and it'll take you to the store. You can see all the new merch, man. I got the Real is Rare Crown series, man. So right now I got the USA Real is Rare men's Royal Crown series. Let me find it. Let me see. Where did it go? Can't find it. Anyway, so I don't know if I can make that work. I don't know if you can see that. You can't see it. Anyway, it's check it out and see what I'm talking about, man. I got new merch. I got the strawberry rays design. I got the Truth and Facts tee. On the front it says Real is Rare. And in the back it says denying the truth don't change the facts. You know what I mean? A real fly, statement piece, so denying the truth don't change the facts. So definitely new merch in the building. So be sure to check that out. And I don't know. I'm considering reposting the podcast the next day, to see how it hit. But I don't know, man. So you know how we do when we get up out of here, man. Let me see. Next time I see y'all, man, I'll be 42 years old. Next time I see y'all, I'm gonna be 42, man. So y'all know how I do. Yeah. Right now I'm 41, you dig? Next time I'm 42, you dig? It's all good on this beat I slid. Young Steezy, I always tell you what it is. It's like, this is the Areola Rollercoaster podcast. All them other podcasts, man, they be all ass. They be teaming up to get the point across, and I be dolo in this bitch like I'm doing it like a boss. It's like, what are we doing? I'm freestyling all the time. I started it, I ended with a cold ass rhyme, and it's never written down. It's off of the top like it's the way I see it, man. You know how I do it. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just spitting embalming fluid. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? It's just a movement. It's episode 53. You know what I'm talking about? It's Young Steezy, man. I just do it for free. Even though I don't get paid, I still drive an Escalade. I'm lamping in the shade. You understand what I'm saying, man? I just got it made. It's like I'm the best in the Lex town. I ain't talking about comedy. I'm just talking about now. I'm just talking about the game. I'm just talking about grind. I'm just talking about me, man. I'm just talking about mine. You feel me? This is the way I end my podcast. It's the way I do it, man. This shit be all cash. Like the bucket. I'm getting the bucket. I'm like, fuck it. You know what I'm talking about? We going to Nantucket. I get the thing and tuck it. I'm talking about the gun. I ain't talking about shooting. I'm talking about what I do for fun. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Know what I'm saying, man? We get it in, out. Yeah. Yeah. Areola Rollercoaster podcast. Episode 53, man. The birthday pod, man. Happy birthday to my son, Amari, man. Happy birthday to me, man. Another year in the game, man. You know what I'm saying? More life, more accomplishments, more brilliant greatness. You did? Areola Rollercoaster podcast coming sooner than you think. You did? New commercial on TV as we speak, on Hulu as we speak. You know what I'm saying? We shaking and moving out in these comedy streets, man. That's how we do. Yeah.